Sega.
What's up, everybody? I'm Ami Polit Cyfunk. I am here with Ipkai Fung. We have reached the last match, finally. What a hell of a weekend it's been. Holy smokes, Ipkai, how many games do we cast? How many hours? I think we're pushing it like 20 games, 15 hours, something like this. An
22 games so far.
An insane amount of Company of Heroes action. We just watched Twister send Cruzy down into the losers bracket. We'll see if Cruzy can come back. And, you know, we're going to be bringing you those losers brackets games next weekend. So next weekend, we're going to see the likes of Barton, the likes of Cruzy, and whoever else might get sent down right here is going to have to join them. So let me just switch this overlay because we have our beast from Spain, Jesulin, coming up, and he will be playing the Axis in Game 1. I'm going to stick following Twister. Let's reset the scores. I think we got one set left in us, Ipkai, and then we're just going to have to fall over.
The actually the losers bracket finals won't be played till the 21st either as well. So both finals, the grand finals and the losers bracket, is the 21st.
So we'll have two matches to cast 2 weekends from yesterday. That'll be Saturday the 21st.
Yeah, so these two players, the next time they'll play is the 21st.
What are you saying? It might not be them.
No, they will, because one will be in the losers bracket, and
one of them might not make it back.
No, because they'll be playing in losers final.
I'm saying one of these players is going to win the winners bracket final, and might not see the other one again, because the other one might lose again in the losers bracket and not come back.
Yeah, but the losers bracket final is on the 21st as well. That's what I'm saying, and the grand finals. They're both on the 21st.
I think you talked your way out of this. Somehow.
Win or lose, we won't be seeing either of them until the 21st. Whoever wins or loses.
Okay, Ipkai, it's too late for this.
Okay.
You want me to read Dr. Seuss to you or something? Okay, what we know is that two of these players, that these players are going to take home 2 of the 3 prizes that are available. We have 1,000 euros for first place. We have 500 euros for second place, and we have 250 euros for third place, and those prizes are going to belong to these guys right here. That much we know, because they are in the winners bracket final. The worst they can do is third place. That much is secured. Whoever wins this, the worst he can do is second place. So this game we're about to watch is actually for 500 euros.
Yeah, nice chunk of change. You can buy a lot of stuff with that.
Thanks to sponsors Alienware, Sega, and Relic. Thanks to Sivo for hosting this cup. Let's get it rolling.
Right, so you ready to go? You in game?
No, you need to eat some sugar or something. Air
eat
high
some
five.
Sugar,
Air high five. I got to get you up. Air high five. No, lower. Yes, perfect. Wait, no, too high. Nope, lower. Back. Now, okay, now pull your hand back. Pull your...
All right.
I'm doing it okay, and then ready on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Air high five. Perfect. All right, let's go in game. Come on with us, everybody. We got Jesulin and Twister. This is the winners bracket finals. Who knew we would see this today? I sure didn't know we would see it. Ipkai, please do the gracious honors of counting us in to this game of Company of Heroes 2.
Okay, so we're going to unpause in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
In the eastern corner, we're on Kolodny. It's Kolodny springtime. In the baby blue trunks, playing the Soviets in this Game 1 in the best of 3 series winners brackets finals. It's Twister! Thank you very much. All right, in the western corner, playing as the Germans. He's going to be in the red trunks. It's our ladder leader, our favorite to win the whole shebang from Spain. It's Jesulin! Yeah, right.
All right, okay.
Go, 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 guys. Hey,
Kolodny
Summer, that's cool, man. I'm liking this.
Yeah, I believe, according to Mr. Kumsia, the balance designer at Relic, he said this is the most played 1v1 map on the automat ladder.
Awesome. And we have it for our winners bracket finals. I got to give a big thank you to not only the community for making us stink and making accounts and starting forum threads on CVO's forums, but I also have to give a huge thank you to the CVO admins for listening to that community and rearranging the map list so that we have the pleasure of witnessing this great game on the most loved Company of Heroes 2 map to date. We're on Colodni Ferma. It is unique to the new game, and I am very curious to see how these players play it. Looks like it's going to be a lot of conscripts from Twister.
Yeah. This map is, from the east, is quite tough because you're very far away from your cutoff points. Compared to the west, the cutoff points are quite close, towards your base sector. So that's the difficulty in this map. The east side, most people would say that the east side is probably a little bit harder to play on either faction. So that's the disadvantage, really, of this map so far. But, sorry, there's a lot of shot blockers, there's a lot of lanes you can use, a lot of ways to get in. And that's really good for using true sight and getting ambushes on people. There's a lot of places to hide, so try and use that to your advantage as well, because this map it's got some open parts, but it's got a lot of sight blockers and stuff like that you can use to your advantage, to assault with and so on.
Yeah, for example, right now I can only see one of Jesulin's units from Twister's perspective. Now I can see the Pyos in the north, but everything else is pretty much hidden in the fog of war.
Yeah, so there's a lot of that there. These big hedges, basically anything that's higher than the soldier blocks the sight.
Just threw up the resources. That'll be Twister underneath, who I am following, and Jesulin on top. It's interesting that there are little miniature skirmishes happening on both sides of the map. Jesulin elected to send grenadiers in both directions.
Yeah, I mean, Gren v Conscript, the Gren will do really well against Conscripts if they're in a good position. If they have to move about, then they're in trouble.
I think Twister's having a pretty good start. He's been able to control this very important house in the north. He's got 5 conscripts in there that are all very low health, but the second reinforcement comes to back him up, and he's able to chase off the many Gren squads that were sent in that direction. And, Jesulin's got this 2-man Gren squad. Yeah, wise to retreat. They were very hurt. And, Jesulin has taken a lot of damage very early on.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for the 4 Grens. I think he might get an MG now after that. But this seems to be quite a popular build. 4 Grens and MG. This is not a great side to attack on. Oh, he's got flamethrower.
Ooh, nice timing.
Good.
Nice timing attack. He had to get those guys out of the house. They had been camping that house since the very start of the game when they narrowly beat the Pioneers from hopping in there. He might. Oh, nice wipe! Wow, he held his throat as he went down. So he got choked by Darth Vader and burned to death at the same time.
That's not great. I mean, that's going to set Twister back a bit now, because he probably needs to get now another conscript squad because he goes for 5. That's his general build. Molotov's going in. Will Jesulin dodge it? He doesn't.
Where up north?
Man.
Where
up north?
Oh wow! I was looking in the center too. Maybe Jesulin was. That was a surprise.
That was a good Molotov.
Like we were mentioning, these guys don't have access to the replays, so they haven't been able to see any of today's games. And so that quick Molotov might have surprised Jesulin a bit.
Yeah. So here Twister's Soviet play has changed a little bit since last time they met as well. Twister did do, I think he did 4 cons, then tier 1. I think that was the build he saw. So maybe he's used to that as well. That's all he can really go off of.
Twister's done a great job to control houses. I mean, look at what a thorn in the side these engineers are being. And, although they're slowly losing health, they're stopping the MG and Grenadiers from progressing into the map and capping points. Let's see if he can save them. Might have to do a fancy hurdle.
No, great retreat path.
Yeah, no, that's bad. He was hoping to get him to come around this side, but he needed to hurdle, so they're going to die. That's a shame. They had to pit the vet. A lot of flames flying. Molotov's going one way. Flamethrower oil pouring in the other direction. And Twister's got wonderful map control. You can see how much blue there is on my mini-map. Look at Twister. He's all over it.
This is not great because Twister has to rebuild these combat engineers because he'll need a tech unit, something soon. Probably going to try and get tier 3 up.
been his only mistake so far, losing those combat engineers.
Oh, and the conscript as well in the north. On the
Oh
tree.
yeah, that's right. He's lost 2 squads already.
Yeah, so I mean, like I was saying, he's probably a lot more fatigued because he had to play Cruzy in that semi-finals as well. He had that epic set with Barton as well.
Oh,
So
just incredible. If any of you guys missed that, earlier we did the most amazing Game 3 of Twister versus Barton that went 55 minutes. It was insane. And it was like high skill micro all the way through. And, at 45 minutes, if you asked me who was going to win this, I would tell you I have no idea. It was that close.
it was super tight. And, Jesulin managed, he played Astronaut Gus. He played him in the round of 8, and that was quite close to Jesulin. It didn't, it wasn't a cakewalk for him, as one would say.
We weren't thoroughly convinced that he's like the top player in the world, right? I mean, Jesulin, either Astronaut's really good or Jesulin, wasn't perfect. One or the other, maybe a combination of both. But Astronaut gave him a hell of a great game, and maybe we'll see some more of him in the losers bracket next weekend.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll see more of him. He seemed to be a really good player. And the problem was that, well, not the problem, but not a problem for Jesulin anyway, but like in the semi-finals, his opponent just forfeited for unknown reasons.
So he might have been sitting cold for a bit as Twister played through.
Yeah, he might have just had time to chill out. He's like, oh, okay.
Watch some SNF.
Oh, yeah, watch SNF.
Watch some SNF. I hear they put on a good show over there.
Yeah, I heard they're not too bad. A lot of guys give them like rave reviews. The 8 out of 10s on the Rotten Tomatoes and stuff.
8.8.
8.8. Yeah, 8.8.
Speaking of good shows, a great show is coming up for you guys next after this match. It's going to be Rogers and Pounder doing round of 8 games from the North American bracket. So don't miss that. After we shut this stream down, you can hop right over there and the action will continue.
Yeah, we still got some great players there. OMG Pop, CS, Con, Daniel D.
Ipkai, I'm such a junkie, man. After we cast for 7 hours yesterday, I watched Rogers and Pounder for like another 6 hours.
Yeah,
No
I couldn't
kidding,
stay up that
man.
long. I was just getting too tired towards the end. I think I went to bed.
I eventually had to throw in the towel, of course,
but
but it was just, you'd think you'd be burnt out on CO2 by then, but I wasn't, man. I was totally into a lot of those games. There were some wild ones, dude. I saw an IS-2 sink in a river. It was good fun.
Yeah, and that's important because one guy sent me a tweet. It was Brandon again, the only guy who seems to use Twitter in the COH2 scene. But we'll
get him someday, Ipkai. We'll get him someday.
We'll get him someday. But he's a nice guy, and he said, "Yeah, I wish I could do more for the COH scene." And I said to him, "Oh, the only thing you got to do, right, is if you enjoy the show, share it with all your friends." So I'm betting guys in the chat, for example, have got friends that don't play the game or know about the game. Show them the show.
Somebody shared it with somebody because we got 1,000 today, and that is just such an amazing surprise. I had no idea we would get so many viewers today. It's wonderful. It's just put me in a fantastic mood, and it has given me the strength to soldier on. Today we're going to do about 8 hours, Ipkai. Yesterday we did 7. Today we're going to do about 8.
Yeah. And I mean, like, if you like what you see, tell your friends. That's really important, Tell your friends, get them into the scene, tell them about the website, tell them about all the players. Maybe even, it's on sale at the moment, I believe, on Green Man Gaming. Buy a copy for your friends, maybe it's their birthday coming soon. Things like that.
Or for people that have the game, you could get them really cool skins.
Get them really cool skins, yes.
I love
and
the skins.
Also, if there's guys in the chat and they're waiting and they're like, I'm not too sure about the game. New Army's coming out on June 24th. A really nice price point, $13
Gonna be
per army.
cheap. Super cheap.
Gives you access to all the multiplayer.
So you can buy one army for $13, and you can play that. You can use that army against all of the other armies in all of the multiplayer and all the multiplayer maps. You can play against the AI. You can play with your friends in team games. You can solo 1v1, pound the ladder, and take Jesulin's spot away from him as the #1 player with your faction. It's gonna be fun. There should be a nice influx of new players.
So the 11-minute T70 seems to be a speciality of Twisters. We'll see what Jesulin does to answer.
I just love it, man.
So the only thing that actually gave him trouble was Cruzy, who actually went for a fast Ostwind. That was quite interesting, I thought.
That was funny, right? Watching Twister trying to save that T-70. But the
by trying to drive over mines.
was epic in Twister's Game 2 against Spartan. You guys got to check that one out, too. We cast 2 epic games between Twister and Spartan today. Game 2 was also epic, where Twister got a triple vet T-70, and he was using the spotting scope to spot eventually in the end, first for like AT guns and stuff, but then eventually in the end he used it to spot for an ISU 152, and that was so filthy. That was a great game, and Barton's micro and unit preservation in that game was fantastic. It was a real struggle.
That was a real good set, you know. When the archives are up, I'm sure we'll probably upload it to YouTube as well, so you guys can watch that on YouTube. If you prefer your YouTube over your Twitch archives, you know, you can watch that then as well, and that was a really good set. So if you missed it, that'll be up shortly for you to enjoy as well.
Yeah, a day or two, probably.
Yeah. But we'll get you up. We'll notify you. Follow us on Twitter. We'll tell
there you go.
When
we'll let you know on Twitter when the VODs are ready, etc. Shared. Okay, well, Jesulin, you know, these front lines are pretty static right now. There's capping happening occasionally. The bulk of Jesulin's army is here, and the Flamers will finally scare off those conscripts that we're using hit the dirt. I guess Twister has he's liked using this commander, which is called the Guard Rifle Combined Arms Tactics, and this was extremely popular at the beginning of the game, then sort of decreased in popularity, but now that the tournaments don't allow premium commanders, we're seeing a resurgence of some of these vanilla commanders, and this one is really all about buffing up your infantry, right?
Yeah, you got guards that are really good. You know, they do really good anti-infantry damage, long range. You've got PPSHs for your conscripts, makes them really good up close, and you've got howitzer as well. So if a German player is playing like this, you know, very static, you can get a howitzer, which, you know, it only costs manpower, and it will be able to, you know, open up assaults for you. So these conscripts are engaging with these LMGs up close, so you can see the PPSHs are actually doing super well against these LMG Grens. Up until a point, and then they have to run. But that conscript should get out of the way. This T-70 will finish off those Grens probably. Force him to retreat. Yeah, he's got to go. The Twister's doing really, really well. He's, you know, he hasn't let Jesulin get anywhere near his fuel cutoff point. That's something to note, because this map is really hard to, you know, to protect his cutoff, this eastern cutoff, and Jesulin hasn't been able to have a sniff of that yet.
Yeah, these 2 points in here, Jesulin's never been anywhere near it.
Twister is floating a little bit. He could get a T-34 out now as well, and that would actually help him a bit more if we were to get that unit.
I just had a little stutter, Ipkai. Let me do a time sync. I'm at 14:02, 03, 04, 05. We good?
Yep, good. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, Twister's building the T-34 now. T-34 is 96, so he heard me. He heard me out there in...
He's also building a mortar. So
another mortar, yeah.
Might try to work... Oh, a second mortar. He's going to try to work on the... You know, Jesulin's got his own mortar, and there's the pack back there.
I think instead of getting a second mortar, I personally would have waited till I got an extra half CP and got a howitzer instead, to save the manpower for that. Because you're so close to getting it, and the howitzer makes a bigger bang.
It's so refreshing to see Howies in 1v1s. That's been really fun to watch. I mean, it's such a dramatic piece of artillery. Wonderful sound effects and animation when it fires and when the shells land. And, you know, it's a ranged, heavy area of effect weapon that can dislodge, you know, these tough Wehrmacht hardpoints.
And now Twister playing, a good thing to do would be actually to get the M5 out and get the quad upgrade. So this will just shoot down the planes. Then, you know, Jesulin will think twice about using it.
All right, I'm showing everybody what Twister is seeing now. That plane's flying overhead. What is that plane? The red Jesulin is using.
That's the JU. The JU's 87, I think.
It's a strafe?
Yeah, that's the strafe, yeah. So he's got assault support again, which is the Tigers, strafes, and Opel Blitz trucks. The 2 mortars are putting in work, though. They've almost decrewed that machine gun.
Yeah.
Pack gets a shot in on that T-34.
Jesulin's trying to reinforce him. These guys are so good with squad preservation.
Unfortunately, Twister lost his Maxim. He's been decrewed.
By what? By a mortar or?
Mortar, yeah.
Twister's double mortars with not a kill between them. Not a single kill between them, and they've been around for a while. Twister's still excellent at harassment. This is a nice move with the conscript from the north to cut the fuel down. He's gonna reman his MG, his Maxim MG. Look at that funny little tripod, man. That thing doesn't look very sturdy, Ipkai.
Yeah, it's a Maxim machine gun on Soloco's mount or something. So it's basically like a trolley, but you can like kick the legs down, so it can stand up as well. It's a really weird mount that this guy came up with. I think his name is Solokov. But you know, the Russians, they're quite eccentric inventors as well, bit much like the British as well.
They had to. It was a fight for survival, you know. They had to come up with anything. They were very inventive. The soldiers on the field would invent new tactics and new weapons. That's what happens when you're faced.
Well, like, you know, it was during wars. All the British did some really weird things. You know, just strapping big guns to Shermans, putting bulldozers on them, and flamethrowers, and God knows what. You know,
are we gonna see the bulldozer attachment when Western Front's armies comes back? That would be cool.
You might see it,
but not in the way.
But not in the way you think it might have it.
Okay. I mean, even the alpha testers haven't seen really all the commanders yet, I don't think. So
no, they have.
You know,
they have.
They've seen all the commanders?
Yeah, they've seen them all. All the ones that will be available at launch, I believe.
But, I mean, we would expect that there might be more coming, which, I mean, that's the method that Relic's been using to introduce.
There might not be too many new commanders, you know, because people were a bit, you know, not too fond of them. So.
Wow. Well, I'm eager to see what changes are being made and what other units will be introduced. Relic is occasionally tweeting like a profile card about new units. They started with the Pios. They did the King Tiger. What was it the other day? The Jackson?
The Jackson, yes, the M36 tank destroyer, which is a beast. You know, it was it's basically the Pershing's main gun strapped onto an M10. That's what you could think of it as. So it's an M10 with a really big gun.
Damn. Twister's hitting the dirt, trying to raise the center VP. So many support units in this, and I think, I don't know, Twister's never really sort of gone for any big attacks. I mean, it is a big money game. They're playing for 500 euros, so I can understand that they're being a little bit conservative. You know, earlier we saw a lot more aggression.
Oh, Twister's got to be careful. This Vet 3 Conscript Squad, it could go down. Think he might be able to get out? Yeah,
how is he so lucky? I can't believe that lived. I can't believe it lived. Is that barrage happening?
Yeah, that's a barrage. ZIS barrage on the machine gun. First two shots missed. We get another one.
They're sailing over his head. The Maxim's down again, and Jesulin is now going to start capping the center. Well, that's a good shot on the MG.
And here comes Sonderkraftfahrzeug 181. I believe that's what it was called. The Tiger.
That's Jesulin loves those, like that tortoise shell, you know?
Yeah, the candy stripe.
Yeah, he's always got that. I mean, how many times have we watched this unit with this camo destroy opponents?
Many times. So I think he's got two. Yeah, he's got two ZIS guns. Will Jesulin try and push this ZIS? It'll be a mistake too, without taking too much damage.
Wow, Jesulin just showing his front armor. He's going to try to head on that AT gun. He's not too worried about that T-34 that's sitting right next to him. Jesulin's creeping the pack up. It's kind of strangely angled, though. I don't know what he's worried about in the north. There isn't really any armor up there. What is up with this T-34? He's like just brain dead. He hasn't moved in ages.
By the pack. Yeah, the pack.
Yeah. Stun round.
target.
Nasty.
Yeah, so
Nasty. Well, this strafe has helped Twister survive this push. I think without the strafe, he would have been thoroughly overrun. Wow. Look at that thing coming in. I thought it would clear the pack, but it didn't.
No, he's still got four conscripts, and I think maybe either getting a quad just to deal with the planes that Jesulin's using all the time, the strafing run. Maybe as well get some guards, get a howitzer as well, so you can button the Tiger and, like you said, drop shells on its head, because the howitzer does a lot of damage to tanks. It does about it does 300 damage per shot. There's no need to worry about the armor bouncing because it has enough penetration. It's got 1,000 penetration just to go straight through all the armor of any vehicle in the game.
These dudes are going to cap the white. They're going to white the center without even hitting the dirt, and the entire Axis army is firing on them. They white the center VP and go. Just Twister's recapping the north right now. Twister's been chased off. He's using the little T-70, who is now double vet with the extended sight to spot, but he's spotting from the very far corner. How much can he see from over there? I'm going to turn on the fog of war.
It's not
all that much because it's like shot block.
Yeah,
he's being blocked by those hedges, so he needs to maybe. Well, he's trying to cap too, so he just figured. I guess that's just a thing that Twister's in the rhythm of doing. When I cap, I might as well turn on long sight so that if something's coming, I can be sure to see it early, change guns, and save my own tail.
Yeah. And the reason for that is it's sort of like flavor fluff reasons why it's like that, because it was only manned by 2 guys, the T-70. There was the one guy driving, and then there was the commander who had to do the reload. He had to be the gunner, the loader, and the commander of the tank. So basically, if he enters recon mode, he can't shoot the gun because he's not actually at it. And that's the reason why you can't fire while in recon mode.
That's a nice touch. Ooh, that Maxim. I think that Maxim's been cleared 3 times now.
So yeah, Twister's got guards. They will help. If he gets the DP-28s, he can button a Tiger. That's great. The T-70 is riding such long line of sight. You can see all the way up to the mortar now that landing shots in.
Nice. Turn the fog of war on again, and you can see that crazy, the length of the vision of the T-70s all the way back here. So another strafing run called in from Twister. Going to tear into those Grenadiers. They barely escape with their lives. Little infantry scrims on the perimeter. The T-70 showed his face to the Tiger. Tiger takes a shot at him, but misses. Twister really needs to reman the Zis.
Yeah, he already tried. He manned it earlier as well, but I think he might need more AT guns. I think he should try and get an ML-20 up. It would be a great investment, I think, how Jesulin's playing.
So with all these strafes, Twister can't afford the DPs on the guards yet. I don't know if he even wants them, but he is spending all of his munitions on these strafes. They're strong. They're strong. We can't deny it.
Yeah.
But he's going to give his other units some love as well.
Yeah, so he's going to be fixing up that Tiger. So the ZIS, they're pretty good complement, to T-34-76s. Twister's down at the bottom there. He's got a T-70 harassing.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I
cool.
think
he's going to go clear all those S-mines.
Yeah, he can do that with that. It's got enough armor to survive hits. But what Twister could do, actually, which he did against Cruz, he could get Tier 4 up and get an Su-85, and that won't have
nice
too much trouble.
Wow, they actually dropped their weapon. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. The Su-85 doesn't have too much trouble at killing Tigers with support, of course.
And Twister's trying to reman the Zis and back it up. He's got another one. Oh man, he can't capture it. I think he's moved it back far enough that once he chases these Grens off, he will finally be able to capture it. He's gonna try his luck with some engineers this time. Oh and man, Ipkai, you know what I want? I want a mode where it's like a combination between no fog of war and fog of war, like in between, where I can see where the fog of war is for each player, Do you know what I mean?
Believe it or not, DAO 2
it's
has
doable.
That.
Yeah, it's totally doable, where you make, like what the units can see, you make it crystal clear. But then what neither of them can see, you just kind of fade it a little bit. and that allows us to know the periphery and the perimeter of their vision. And in this game on Collodion, I think it's been essential. Like managing true sight has been an essential aspect of this game, and it's hard for me to tell that story by flipping Fog of War on and off again.
I mean, DAO 2 does actually have that feature. You can show the units in the Fog of War and stuff as well in their observer mode they have.
That's great.
So the thing is, right, this is what that's probably all they need to do, really, with at least a better replay player, is just fix the UI up, because a lot of the data is actually in the replay files. Resources, units, all the shields and stuff. So all they have to do is give a bit of a slight touch up to the replay viewer, and that's all they got to do, really. I mean, that's all they got to do, but for their replay viewer, that's it, really. It's not any. I don't think.
And a lobby where all the observers could join.
I think the method of observation they want to do is. I don't think they want to do that style. I think they want to do it a bit more. They want to be a bit more ambitious, I believe, from what I've heard them say.
Twister does have a quad now. Are we going to get to see some planes get shot down? That would be pretty sexy.
That'd be lovely. That would be nice.
That would be really hot.
Yeah, but I believe they want to make a mode where, like, you say, like, Twister and Jesulin are playing, and I just jump in and watch the game. That's it. I don't have to be in a lobby. I can just observe the game. And there'll be a sufficient enough delay. So basically, it'd be the packets between the two players would also be sent to the observer's computer, and then that simulation would be run on their PC as well. So that's what they plan on doing, I believe. It's something like that instead, rather than having lobbies.
I never saw those conscripts run over there and grab that flamethrower weapon. They must have collected the one that was dropped by the Pyos after the T-70 shot him down. Pretty nice. Jesulin never misses a chance to collect a weapon, does he? I mean, sorry, Twister.
No, he loves his weapons. Free weapons.
He loves to pick stuff up.
Well, that's like everybody. Everybody likes free stuff, don't they?
He's the dude, you're walking down the street, and there's like a penny across the street, and he crosses traffic to like pick it up.
Yeah. Hey, man, if I get another penny, I can buy a blackjack. Actually, I think they're more expensive now. That's just a British sweet you get for like 2p.
Okay, let's see how we're doing. Jesulin is down to 111 VP, so as far as map and victory points, Twister has been in control, but Twister's on the drain right now. He's got a decent army. You can see it on my screen pretty clearly. Tell me a little bit more about Jesulin's army.
So Jesulin, he's got a mortar, he's got a pack, he's got a machine gun, he's got 2 Grens, no LNGs, and he's got 2 Pioneers, and he's got the Tiger, and he's got a half-track.
There it is. So that's the button we were looking for earlier. We've been looking for this move. The button
gets a couple of shots in.
Wow, did so little damage to that Tiger. Jeez.
Yeah, the other thing with the Tiger, it's got very strong frontal armor, but the other thing
it does.
It's got the most hit points of any vehicle in the game. It's got 1,280 hit points. And with that many hit points, basically you need to have 8 penetrating shots to kill it, and that is a lot.
Yeah.
When you consider a T-34 needs 4, you need to hit it 4 times to kill it. And IS-2 as well has got less. IS-2 has got 960, and that's only enough for 6 shots. So it's probably one of these things that if the Tiger is still far too strong, it probably needs a health reduction, and then it would be in a good spot. Because the 8 shots is really makes a massive difference.
Twister popped the Vision Vet ability on his AT gun, something we don't see enough of. But Jesulin, he just keeps rolling in and just frontal attacks. Oh, here comes the straight. Wow. Okay, we're gonna get to see the quad. Oh no, he's not in time, and the bombs do lots and lots of damage. Ipkai, tell me what all was destroyed in that bombing run.
So we had a Maxim and a guard squad, I believe, just got totally blown up.
Woo!
The 2 AT guns are safe, but that's a big investment from Twister, because he lost the guard squad, which were upgraded because they were able to button the Tiger. So he lost 75 ammo as well on those guards. So Jesulin's got, I think he's had enough of this T-70. He's bringing the pack down as well to deal with it.
Yeah, smart. So
he's like, oh man, this tank, it's annoyed me long enough. I'm just going to get rid of it.
But of course, the T-70, well, I don't know if he knows that pack's there yet.
I think he saw a shot fire off, but I mean, what he could do.
Look at him pick off those Grents. Damn. Okay, Tiger's coming in again.
Can he get an
Oh,
18-8
boy.
off? I hope he does. He can get it off so he can slow that down. No, he wasn't able to get off. You really need to get it from behind because the armor on the front is too thick for the 18-8 to work all the time.
Oh man, that's like two stories. There's the story in the center, and then there's the story in the south where, you know, units are being countered with. It's like first it was 1-on-1, now it's 2-on-2.
Conscripts can now attack tanks with AT grenades.
And like I said, Twister, he's halfway built tier 4, so he's going to get an SU-85 out, and that will deal with Tiger without much problems as long as supported. But
Whoa,
Twister's
is that
got
second
two
Tiger? Oh,
Yeah.
second Tiger rolls onto the field.
And the T-70, you know, he must feel proud because he's
says-
warranted a Tiger.
He says
Come
later.
deal with him.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, he drew a tiger toward him. Okay, he's proud of that. That's an achievement. But as far as messing around with it, he's like, bye.
Yeah, he's like, nah.
I'm just gonna go sit by AT guns and extend line of sight. Thank you very much.
300 points stand between us.
The Tiger's very, very strong tank in this game.
Is the
Very
church
good
gonna
anti-infantry.
fall? Look, it's very hurt. A mortar shell. The Tiger's over there. Will we see some splash? Oh, mortar! Shots are firing.
AT gun gets vet 2.
Man, I turned the Fog of War on. It's a whole different game. I've had it on quite a bit during this cast. Like Twister can't see a single unit of Jesulin's right now.
I mean, he could drive the T-70 up a bit more, which he's going to do now. Give him some sight now.
Now he's popped the ability, so I'll just show you how far it's. Look at that! Look how far he can see with that. So he knows where the repairs are going on, and that could spot for the mortar. He could try to get a nice shot in on those pioneers that are repairing the Tiger. This is another strafe incoming, and it's right by that mortar. He's sick of that triple vet mortar that's got 30 kills. But look at Jesulin's micro. Retreats immediately as soon as he sees the spoke. Jesulin likes his triple vet units. Thanks very much.
But unfortunately, the Pios that were repairing the Tiger actually got most of those shots.
Twister's moving.
Oh, that AT gun just got taken out at the end outright.
Okay.
This is interesting. You see where Twister is? He's hiding by that hedge there. That's a shot, you know, another light sight blocker.
Oh, yeah.
So if a tank pops through, he can ambush it with an 18-8. Very nice.
He's sending a T-34 up there to deal with that infantry that was guarding the North VP, and once he can get rid of those guys, there's a lot of harassment and capping he can do up there, but look, Jesulin's sending a Tiger up to deal with it. Oh, God, these guys are fighting on all fronts now. There's skirmishes in the south, in the middle. Tiger's about to pick a fight in the north, but Twister is quick to retreat. Twister's running out of map control.
Yeah, he's actually not got so many units now, like infantry-wise. He's only got 3 conscripts.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
It's not great. So here comes this really strong conscript squad near the bottom. There's got a Flamer and 3 PPSH.
The church has
Belted.
fallen. Conscripts wipe the center VP. A couple points being neutralized. 2 Tigers in the center. How do you deal? Yeah, losing those guards was kind of a big hit, huh? Because
and he's lost another conscript squad.
Another big hit.
Yeah, and you can see. I think that's
Twister's being worn down. Yeah. Ooh, look at
That's
that pack shot
unfortunate.
against SU-85. Just monster damage.
He's entered recon mode again, so that'll give him some line of sight. You can see a lot of units now. But he's thinking, man, okay, I've not got many units left. I've only got 2 conscripts. Let's see, what's he building now? He's building another SU-85. Not a bad idea against the 2 Tigers. But I think he might need something. He might need to get some other units as well to bolster. Some more anti-infantry of some variety.
Jesulin's just too good. He can't get any big hits on all of Jesulin's units, even when he can see them.
Oh, nice 18A down the south on that Tiger, but I don't think he's got anything to actually finish it off. So it'll just get repaired. I mean, I think Twister's played really well though, and considering that he's played way more games than Jesulin. He's played like an extra 3 games on top today. You know, I think like a bit of tiredness settling in on his part at least.
Well, he has drained Jesulin down to 111 VPs. That's pretty significant. Jesulin's now catching up, and Twister's almost that low as well. It's just, you know, Jesulin, you can't kill any of his units. You just can't kill any of them. He's tried so many different techniques, and Jesulin, his micro is so tight, he's just always moving out of the way.
Yeah. That was a nice talent mine up in the north while Jesulin planted.
Oh, I didn't even notice him putting it down, and now the Tiger's going to have that T-34.
Yeah. Is that T-34? Yeah.
Was that an attack ground, you think? Or could he see him through there?
Yeah, I don't... You can see, but it's one of those, again, it's one of those things you can see, but you can't shoot through type of deal goes that are in the game. There's a few of them that I think... Why don't you just call one of the map guys to have a fix that up?
Do you think Twister might have fared better going ISU?
No. I don't think so. I think his build is really solid. I think the problem is that maybe he needs to put a howitzer in there somewhere as well. That would have helped him actually.
Yeah, Jesulin's just constantly reinforcing. He's not letting any of its units get even scratched. They're all in such good shape. Look at him with the Pyos hotkey, surely constantly repairing.
And now the ZIS gets taken out as well. That's the other thing as well, because you can't see the durability on the units when they're crewed. You don't instinctively think to repair them, which is unfortunate because you know, if they take in too many hits, then the gun itself explodes. I've seen that before happen with like MG42s just getting shot by Su-85s and then they get blown up because they haven't had enough. They don't have enough durability left. T-70's got to be careful though. Tiger's coming in. Does Twister see it? Yes, he does. Go back. Go back. Okay.
Run away!
But yeah, that unit is actually really good. I hope I see more people use it though as well. Despite a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's so bad. Why would you get that over T-34?" And
we've seen amazing usage of it today.
You know. Oh man!
Oh, ouch! Oh man, poor conscripts. Entire full squad, and Twister's had enough of this. He calls GG after that just massive shot from the Tiger's main gun. GG, well played. You know, Jesulin just hung around. Twister had such a wonderful opening, could not seal the deal. He's going to suffer the first loss of this best of 3 in the winner's bracket final. Chalk one up for our Spanish player, Jesus OP. He's got one. He needs one more to secure himself at least 500 euros. Stick around, folks. We'll be back shortly with game number 2 and see if Twister can extend this to a 3-game series. We'll be right back.